Is Rachel Golden, and I am doing feline restraint. First thing we're going to do is the kitty. Well, we'll first do sternal recumbency. So basically, that's when we just have them laying down, sternum touching the table, and we may need to do this for blood draw, if we're going to be holding off for a cephalic blood draw, what have you. The other one we might do is called the kitty stretch. So for this one, I like to remove any collars just because I don't want to choke them. And so we'll just have a little scrub, excuse me, darling, and whoop. And then we just stretch them along, stretching out their legs here. And they'll have a little curl reflex, just like that. All right, good job, sweetheart. Sometimes we need to wrap them in a little towel. Kitty burrito is what we call it. So we just open the towel. Usually have them sit down. Thank you, sweetheart. Go up the back, around the side. Make sure the kitty's head is out. And this is nice and snug. And then we can bring them to the edge, do a blood draw, do what have you, and that way they can't get their legs out. And then occasionally we may need to use a kitty bag. And let's see here. We're kind of a middle size. Don't want it to be too big, but we don't want it to be too small. I think we're gonna go ahead. Go ahead and try, let's try this one. We're just in between sizes, but that's okay. So, what was that? Just gently set them in. First thing that we want to do is wrap the neck nice and snug, but not so snug they can't breathe and not too loose. This one it might be a little bit too small, so let's go for the next size. Some of this, like I said, is just trial and error to see what works and what doesn't. So we'll go ahead and get the neck part in first. Very good job, darling. And then we'll go ahead and get our rest of our legs put in. That didn't quite work out. Again, this like middle size. There we go. All right, so now we're in the bag. We've got the neck nice and tight. So we can lift the head and do what we need to, and they can squirm around. I would like to see a slightly smaller bag, but I think this one is too small for this kiddo. And then occasionally we need to place a muzzle. You're either gonna have a nylon muzzle, a leather muzzle, or we have these harder plastic muzzles. And these muzzles, just gonna undo our bag here. Just to free our head up a little bit. And these muzzles just slip right over behind the ears. No. And tighten down. It's all right, darling. So this way they can still breathe out the end, and we can manipulate the head without fear of being bitten. Then you just loosen them and gently lift it. All right, and that is feline restraint. I'm Rachel Golden, and I'm going to be removing a cat from an upper kennel. Again, I just want to take a quick look at his demeanor, make sure he's looking like he's a happy, healthy kitty, not looking like he's going to dart, not looking too aggressive. And first, I just slowly open the kennel, make sure he's not going to jump out. Just test to see where he's at mentally. And then I'm just going to make sure I've got control of his head. Go ahead and pull him out, supporting his back end with my lower portion of my arm, and I'm good to go ahead and carry him out. I'm Rachel Golden, and I'm going to be removing a cat from a lower kennel. So when I open up the kennel, I just kind of take a quick look at them. Are they looking a little aggressive? Do they look like they're going to run for the kennel? This guy looks pretty relaxed, so I'm going to go ahead and open it. Okay. So this guy looks looking pretty relaxed. I'm just going to make sure I've got his head controlled as I turn his bedding. And I'm gonna go ahead and get him picked up here, just kind of maintaining where his head is. I'm gonna lift him and support his back end with my arm, and then I'm good to go ahead and carry him out. When I'm lifting him, I just want to make sure that I'm squatting and lifting and not lifting and jerking, so I don't hurt myself and I don't scare the cat. Okay.